I want to give all honors and glories and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wakakodash. Yahweh, which is the one true name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, but his one true name is Yahweh Shai. Bahashem, meaning coming in the name, Ba means coming in, Ha means the, Sham means name, Rakah meaning spirit, Kodash meaning holy. Peace, blessings, salutations to the hopefully elect. Double honors to the elders and the apostles and bishops at Great Millstone, who will well and teach well, because those are the men who I learned this 100% truth from through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Shai. Peace, blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect. And shalom to you, sincere brothers that are scattered abroad, pushing forth this word of truth and sincerity. And shalom to you, sincere sisters that are listening in silence, as the scriptures command you to do so. I am the brother Mashiach Razakah, and we're going to do a quick hit lesson. We're going to go into salvation. It's only for the Israelites. Okay, salvation is only for the Israelites. Not every single person in the world is going to be saved, and not all Israel is going to be saved. A remnant is only going to be saved here, but the elect is going to have to bring back the 2/3 that are destroyed on this end. But salvation is truly only for the Israelites. That's the main purpose in this lesson. So, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. We're going to start in Isaiah 45 and 17. All right, this is Isaiah chapter 45. Bear with me. And 17. Isaiah 45 and 17. It says, "But Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation." You see, we have an everlasting salvation. Okay, Israel, we have an everlasting salvation. We have an everlasting covenant. Okay, so we have an everlasting salvation. Salvation is only for the Israelites. Okay, and it says, "But Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation. Ye shall not be ashamed, nor confounded, world without end." So salvation is only for the Israelites. Okay? And we got an everlasting covenant. I'm going to prove that. When we go to Genesis 17 and 18, right? We have an everlasting covenant and we have an everlasting salvation. All right? This is Genesis 17 and verse 18, right? Genesis 17 and verse 19. So like it. Genesis 17 and verse 19, right? And it says, "And Yahweh said, Sarah thy wife shall bear thee a son indeed, and thou shalt call his name Isaac. And I will establish my covenant with him for an everlasting covenant," right? "And with his seed after him." So we have an everlasting covenant. Okay, we have an everlasting covenant and everlasting salvation. But getting to the main point, I just wanted to prove that because I said it, so I wanted to get it out. Getting back to this, Isaiah 45 and 17. "But Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation, and ye shall not be ashamed, nor confounded, world without end." So salvation is only given to the Israelites. We have an everlasting salvation. Let's get out Jeremiah 23 and 3. This is Jeremiah chapter 23 and verse 3. It's like it. This is Jeremiah 23 and it's like it 3 and 23. I'm tripping. Jeremiah 3 and 23. It's like it. Jeremiah chapter 3. Bear with me. And 3. It's like it. Jeremiah 3. Jeremiah 2. It's like it. This is Jeremiah chapter 3 and verse 23. It's like it. Jeremiah 3 and verse 23. I said 23 and 3. I got confused. So like it. Jeremiah 3 and 23. It says, "Truly in vain is salvation hoped for from the hills and from the multitude of mountains." And whose hope is vain from the hills and multitude of mountains? Okay, that's talking about the heathen nations. The heathen nations, their hope for salvation is vain. Okay, your hope for salvation is vain. Okay, but it says, "Truly in the Lord our power is the salvation of Israel." You see that? So salvation is only given to the Israelites. That's who salvation is for. Okay, when you receive salvation, you're being delivered, right? When you receive what? Salvation, right? Or salvation or being saved is from harm, right? That's what it is. We're being delivered from harm. Why would salvation be to a heathen nation when they're not in harm? They're not afflicted, they're not oppressed, they're not in harm, out of harm's way. We're going to be delivered. We're going to be saved. Okay, salvation is for us. We're going to be delivered from harm. Okay, we're going to be back with the Lord, Lord willing, if we are the elect. And that's what we're fighting for in this truth, is that salvation. Okay, so there you go. Reading it again. Jeremiah 3 and 23, it says, "Truly in vain is salvation hoped for from hills and from the multitude of mountains. That's the heathens. Okay, they hope for salvation is vain. Okay, the heathen nations. Okay, it says, truly in the Lord our power is the salvation of Israel. So salvation is only given to the Israelites. That's who salvation is for. Let's get out that Amos. This is Amos 3 and 2. Bear with me. This is Amos chapter 3. Amos chapter 3 and verse 2. Amos chapter 3 and 2. It says, I'll read from the top. It says, here is this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel. See, what the Lord speak against you, O children of Israel. Not all people. Children of Israel, right? It says, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore I'll punish you for all your iniquities. You see that? So salvation is only for the Israelites. Okay? That's who the Lord was speaking unto. That's who the Lord is dealing with. Okay? Israel is who the Lord is coming back for. Israel is who the Lord is coming back to save. He's not coming to save everybody. Okay? Not every single person is going to be saved. Salvation is for Israel. Let's get out that Psalms 147. Right, get that out right here. This is Psalms 147. And verse 19. It says, he showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. It says, he have not dealt so with any nation. See, so the Lord not dealing with everybody. Right? And it says, and as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord. So you see that? Salvation is only for the Israelites. That's who the Lord is dealing with, the Israelites. Okay? The Lord is coming to save Israel. Okay? The Lord is coming to deliver Israel. Let's get that. Got another precept. Let's get out that Romans, right? Romans 9 and 27. This is Romans chapter 9 and verse 27. It says, Esaias, which is Isaiah, it says, Esaias also cried concerning Israel, though the number of the children of Israel be as the sand of the sea. Right? And it says, a remnant shall be saved. A remnant shall be saved. Only a remnant is going to be saved. Okay? This is Israel here. Again, it says, Esaias also cried concerning Israel. Right? Isaiah. It says, though the number of the children of Israel be as the sand of the sea, a remnant shall be saved. So only a remnant is going to be saved. Okay? Only a remnant is going to be saved. Not all people, not everybody. Salvation is for the Israelites. Israel is going to be saved. That's who the Lord is coming back for. When he make his second coming, he's coming back to beam up to deliver the elect. The elect is going to be saved. The elect of the nation of Israel. Salvation is for Israel. Right? Let's get out that Revelations 14. Right? This is Revelations 14. Right? And if you comment on here using Romans 1 and 16, that's referring to the Israelites. Okay? That's referring to the Israelites. That's who that's referring to. Romans 14. Because those Gentiles there were Hellenistic Israelites. They were Hellenized. That's why they were called Gentiles. And they received that we received that adoption. Going to Galatians 3 and 7. Okay, that adoption is pertaining to Israel. Okay, that's all talking about Israel. Romans 1 and 16, that's referring to Israel. Okay, Galatians 3:28, Israel. Israelite foreigners. So that's pertaining to. Revelation 14 and 1, it says, and I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount of Zion, right? And the lamb is referring to Yahushua. Okay, that's that lamb. Which, I'll get that in St. John real quick. So I want to prove that. Anything I say in this lesson, I want to prove it out of the scriptures. Alright? Don't want to just say it because I'm saying it. I want to be able to pull it out of the scriptures. That lamb is referring to Yahushua. We're going to prove that. Alright? This is St. John chapter 1 verse 29. And this is John the Baptist speaking. Okay? And it says, St. John chapter 1 verse 29. The next day John seeth Yahushua coming unto him, and saith, behold, the Lamb of Yahweh, which taketh away the sins of the world. You see that? And that lamb is referring to Yahushua. Okay? That's referring to Yahushua there. Getting back to this, that's referring to the Messiah, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, but his true name is Yahushua. That's the lamb. Alright? Revelation 14 and 1, and I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount of Zion. So you're going to have Yahushua, right, at the top. And it says, and with him 144,000. Okay, and 144,000, that's all the elect men there, which is going to be the government of the cabinet of the kingdom of heaven. That's the elect. That's all the men there. The 144,000, that's all the elect men. But don't forget, when you read Revelation 7 and 9, it goes into the numerous multitude. So you're going to have the 144,000, which is all the elect men, but you're going to have the men, women, and children under that. That's the elect. Okay? So the 144,000, that's all the elect men, but you're also going to have the men, women, and children under that. That's the elect. Okay? And it says, having his father's name written in their foreheads. And that goes into Ezekiel 9 and 4, which talks about the Hebrew, which goes into the Hebrew is that sealing there, which is that spiritual mark, which goes to the Tawah, right? You're going to have the elect that's going to be sealed with that. Okay? They're going to be sealed with what? Knowing of the name of the Lord. Okay? So that's what that's going into. The salvation is only for Israel. Let's prove that in Revelation 7. Okay? This is Revelation chapter 7 and verse 9. It says, after this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude, which no man could number. Right? And it says, all the nations and kindreds and people and tongues stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands. Now, when you go into the meaning of that word kindreds there, it goes into the word, the Greek, going into the patriarchs of the sons of Jacob. So that's referring to the Israelites. Okay? That's who that's referring to. The elect, the nation of Israel. When you go into kindreds there, it says the patriarchs of the sons of Jacob. This is how we know that it's talking about the Israelites being saved. The Israelites are going to be delivered. Okay? This is Revelation 7 and 3. Let's read that. This is to prove that the elect of the nation of Israel is going to be saved. They're going to be delivered. Okay? That's who salvation is for. Revelation 7 and 3. It says, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads. This is going into that spiritual mark, that Tawah. Right? They're going to be sealed, the elect. Verse 4, it says, and I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000, right, of all the tribes of the children of Israel. So this ain't talking about believers. This is talking about the actual 12 tribes of the nation of Israel being delivered. Okay, so that's what this is talking about. So salvation is only for the Israelites. Only the Israelites are going to be saved. Not all people, not every single person of the world is going to be saved. No, the Israelites, salvation is only for Israel. Okay, that's who salvation is for. Salvation is for Israel. That's who the Lord is coming back for. That's who the Lord is coming back to save and deliver, are the Israelites. Not everybody. Everybody's not going to be saved. Right? Because the Lord, Yahweh Shai, he died for the nation of Israel. He's coming back to gather, let me get that. He's coming back to gather the elected nation of Israel. He's coming back to save Israel. Let's go to Genesis 49, right? Because Genesis 49, even though it's in the beginning of the Bible, that was a foretold prophecy given by Jacob, okay, who's Israel. He was on his deathbed, and he was prophesying and telling his sons what's going to happen in the last days. That was a foretold prophecy of this time now, okay? This is Genesis 49 and 10. It says, the scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet, until Shiloh come. Who's Shiloh? Yahweh Shai, okay? The Messiah. He's going to come back and he's going to deliver the elected nation of Israel. He's going to gather the elected nation of Israel, right? Let's prove it. And it says, and unto him shall the gathering of the people be. So the nations, the Israelites, right, which are you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, which make up the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, we're going to be gathered under Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai is going to do the gathering. That's the salvation coming, which is going to be for the elect. Right? Let's get out Matthew. Wrap this up with Matthew. This is Matthew. Okay, Matthew 24 and 31. Matthew 24 and 31. It says, he shall send his angels with a great sound of the trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven even to the other. You see that? The elect is going to be gathered. Okay, they're going to be gathered from the four winds. So there you go, man. Salvation is only for the Israelites. It's coming for Israel. Okay, it's not coming for everybody. Not every single person of the world is going to be delivered. Only Israel is going to be delivered. The elect of the nation of Israel is going to be delivered, which we are hoping to be. So hey, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. I want to give all honors and glories and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wakakodash, and double honors to the elders and the apostles and bishops at Great Millstone who will well and teach well, because those are the men who I've learned this 100% truth from, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Peace, blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect. And shalom to you, sincere brothers that are scattered abroad, pushing forth this word of truth and sincerity. And shalom to you, sincere sisters that's listening in silence as the scriptures command you to do so. I am the brother Mashiach Razakah. The Lord willing, this is edifying. On to the next one. Shalom. Shalom.